Scaredy cat. Ashley Rain, a mother of 4 cats from TikTok, uploaded a creepy video in August. She says at the time they were moving out of their apartment and caught this on their motion camera. Ashley states that whatever this was, one of her cats just wouldn't take its eyes off it. The minute-long clip shows a weird, semi-transparent mist or part of a figure move up and down the length of a door. At one point, it even appears to separate from itself, as if something can be seen gliding upwards. Ashley has since asked her TikTok followers what they think it is, suggesting it could possibly be something supernatural, such as a ghost. Oh boy. Uploaded by YouTube user Sectoide, this video shows a Spanish-speaking man recording himself walking through or down a walkway inside a mausoleum. What should have been a calm, relaxing walk by the original recorder turned into something very different.
Y bueno, pues es un panteón relativamente nuevo, tiene alrededor de 30 años funcionando. Sí se ve algo tenebroso, pero pues supongo que así son todos los ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué es eso? Es un niño. ¡Niño! ¡Niño! ¿Quién eres? ¡Niño! ¿Qué diablos hace aquí un niño? ¿Quién eres, niño? ¿Qué pedo? ¡Niño! Manche. No mames. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Ay, güey. Ya no hay nadie. ¿Qué diablos fue eso? No mames, yo lo vi. Nadie me lo contó, yo lo vi. ¿Qué onda? No mames. ¿Quién está? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? ¿Qué tranza? Descansa en paz.
20 seconds or so into the minute-and-a-half long clip, we see what appears to be a young boy dressed in black slowly rising up from the ground. However, if we slow the video down, we can clearly see this child raise up almost in an unnatural way. It really does look like the child morphs into an upright position rather than standing up like a regular person. His legs don't even seem to move as his body extends upwards. Previous viewers of this video think that it's nothing more than some CGI or some fake edited clip, while others think, because of the sound of crying, that this is a great example of something otherworldly, such as a ghost, spirit, or even an evil entity. Is this a real ghost or just another fake video? What's your opinion? The Shed. The following 2 clips were actually sent in by a Shadow Man viewer, and they were uploaded by a YouTube user Voice Evil or The Voice of Evil. The unknown person simply sent through the links of 2 YouTube videos with no real explanation. The first video is kinda creepy. The video description of it stated, they recorded this at an old local graveyard, and a shadow blows by the camera from left to right. The unknown uploader recorded some type of mist or shadow darting past them at such a rapid speed you can hardly make it out. Now, as weird or as creepy as this was, it was nothing compared to what their second video contained. The video description of this video reads, "A buddy of mine's grandfather died and they cleaned out his work shed. He had a friend move in there and just 2 days later he left. I went in there and I am done." The unknown recorder enters an old shed to find a bright orb flying right past his face. By the sound of it, he freaks out and jumps back in shock. But just a second or two after this, a deep black apparition or silhouette morphs into different shapes as it darts quickly along the back wall of the shed. The shadow moves in a weird way to then just disappear in a split second. Just a moment after that, it appears the same black silhouette or apparition darts by very fast in front of the recorder's face, leaving them in shock once again. The video then ends there, and that's all we know of it. What could this thing in the shed be? An entity, a ghost, or the spirit of the buddy's grandfather confined or somehow restricted to this shed? I want to hear your guys' opinion on this particular video. It's actually kinda creepy. Also, I suggest subscribing to the YouTube user who sent these two videos in. Perhaps in the future we might see more from them. Who knows? The link to their YouTube channel is listed below in the video description. Watching from above. This video comes to us from a Reddit user who goes by the name Bunnytoes. In the original description, she writes, "A couple of years ago I gave my old iPhone SE to my grandkids. They like to take a bunch of pics and videos, so I go through it to delete stuff to make sure they have the space. I was going through their phone on Christmas Eve 2018 when I came across this video."
Let's change your butt. You smell like you poopied.
The original uploader also states that one of her friends on Facebook noticed the black figure that appears right after the voice says, "I'll be fine." The Reddit user also states that her grandbaby and her were the only two home on that particular day. She wrote in the original upload that her husband's grandmother had lived with them for almost 6 years before she passed away, and the foot of where the bed was is where the figure appears. Previous viewers of this video suggest that it's nothing more than a video glitch or common noise from the camera phone. However, the Reddit user Bunnytoes is sure that the shadow figure or person standing in the background is proof of the paranormal. Figure in the woods. YouTube user Nick Foster recorded and uploaded this upcoming video. Nick had been walking his dog Poppy in the woods one day very early in the morning. He states that his dog loves to chase squirrels, never catches any, but he loves taking her out there. On this particular day, Poppy alerted Nick that someone or something was nearby, even though it was daybreak and he swears no one else was around. Take a look. The 2.5-minute video doesn't show too much, that is until just over 2 minutes in. Near the end of the video, we can see what Nick and his dog Poppy saw that morning. Looking at the last few seconds of the clip, we can start to see a person or figure that seems to be somewhat transparent from the waist down. The figure also appears to be wearing a trench coat of sorts. Commenters have suggested that it almost looks like an army or Soviet soldier, judging by their clothes. The person or figure's head looks as if they may be wearing a hat or even helmet. The part I thought was the creepiest though was the way in which the figure moves closer and closer to Nick and his dog Poppy at such a rate of speed. At one point, this figure is hardly visible, lost behind many of the trees in the woods. But just 5 seconds or so later, this figure appears right up close within a couple dozen feet away. But maybe that's just Nick panning or zooming in. Who knows? What do you guys think? Nick writes that he's skeptical about ghosts and thinks that there could just be an explanation for all of this. Bloody Mary. This video was found on another top 10 scary YouTube channel and shows a man calling out Bloody Mary into a mirror 3 times. Just quickly, for those who aren't aware, Bloody Mary is a legend of a ghost, phantom or spirit conjured to reveal the future. She is said to appear in a mirror when her name is chanted repeatedly. Anyway, this man in the upcoming video was attempting to conjure up or make an example out of this so-called folklore. What happened next though probably shocked the man for life.
Udah lama gue gak main Bloody Mary, guys. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, tunjukkan eksistensi kalian melalui apapun itu. Tunjukkan bahwa alam kalian ada. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, tunjukkan. Astagfirullahaladzim. Anjing. Suap anjing. Astagfirullahaladzim, 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 astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullahaladzim, astagfirullahaladzim. Yang ada di sini, tunjukkan. Astagfirullahaladzim.
The Lost Entities. These next 2 videos were recorded in a family home somewhere in South Wales, a region of Great Britain. Their YouTube channel is named The Lost Entities. They've uploaded 20 videos to their page, all of which consist of supposedly real paranormal activity. Most of their videos were recorded and uploaded over 3 years ago, but somehow have gone relatively undetected all of this time. The first and second clip show 2 women having a drink sitting at a dining room table when, suddenly, out of nowhere, they agree with each other that they may not be there in the room on their own.
You're just sat there on your phone while the light is going for gold.
I'm getting used to it now.
The 2 of them are going
I
mind.
told you about the picture today, didn't I?
Yeah, you rang me.
Yeah, but it's you it is. No, because I'm not being funny, me and Jordan were sat here, that dog picture come off there, but yet it's behind the telephone, there's no way that can come flying off there on its own, like no windows open, and it come flying off its own, and then you messaged me straight after it happened. I need cameras in here.
Yeah, you do. Look at that though, look at that. On the ceiling, right in front of me.
Look at the door, Em. Look
The
at
door. Look at that. The door's never done that, ever. Wow. Oh my god.
What was that? It was Jamie. Yeah.
What?
What was
was that? That was us. We shut the door, love. Alright?
Really?
Yeah, we shut it.
Mine's shut as well, though.
Your door's shut by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, bathroom window's open.
It's not.
It is. The bathroom window's open. It's just the wind. Shh, don't frighten her.
The two women are chilling out on their phones, having a drink and minding their own business when odd things start to happen. Lamps start rocking back and forward, seemingly by themselves. Then a door closes on its own. A younger family member then walks in, wondering what's going on. With quick thinking by the two grown adults, they dismiss any wild thoughts made by the younger family member and insist that things are moving because a window is open. It seems as if the house owner or occupier is well and truly used to this type of activity, as they don't even really flinch once things start to move on their own. Earlier or later in the night, they record something very similar in the same room.
The curtain is moving. The cat watching it.
Is it?
The curtain.
Did you see that then?
Of course I did. I'm filming it. Alright?
Yeah. Oh, sake. Told you that there's something going on with that picture today.
I know.
Oh, they're going again.
With curtains, objects, and doors moving by themselves, it's surprising that this family hasn't moved out of the house yet. Just over 3 months ago, they uploaded a new video showing almost the exact same thing, a lamp seemingly moving all on its own accord. It appears the family still lives in this house all these years later. Could you put up or deal with such activity in your own house? Drop a comment below. Cemetery Man. The following video was recorded by Dutch-speaking YouTuber Sasha Esser from Belgium. In March of this year, 2021, he explored a cemetery in what appears to be the middle of the night. Sasha adventures through the cemetery alone, talking to his viewers about what he knows about the location. Although some of Sasha's viewers in the months since have mentioned that he may have caught more on camera than just a bunch of tombstones. Take a look at this. As you can see here, Sasha is panning his camera across the cemetery at speed. A translucent-like figure can be seen standing stationary in the near distance. The mysterious figure appears to be staring at Sasha as he pans his camera across the cemetery, to then slightly turn and move away near the end. During this 30-minute long video, he doesn't see or hear one other soul, and is almost certain he was alone that night at the cemetery. So who or what on earth could this be? Could this simply be an unacknowledged person in the cemetery just paying their respects to a past loved one in the pitch-black darkness? Or could this be a genuine paranormal experience caught on camera? Let me know your opinion on this one in the comment section down below. Shadow Person. The following clip is a short one. It comes to us from a YouTube user named Carrie E. The upcoming video was their very first and only ever upload. It's already been featured on other more well-established scary YouTube channels, however, I just had to include it in this top 5. Just over a month ago, they captured something very creepy on their Wise motion camera from their bedroom.
Rewind it. It didn't even pick up that motion.
What looks like a shadow figure can be seen darting across the bedroom at a pace no human can move at least I don't think so. The transparent-like black mass appears to speed up as it moves across the room, and as the original uploader states, the camera doesn't even manage to pick up the motion 100%. Perhaps whatever this thing, ghost, spirit, entity, or whatever it was, could have been moving too quickly. Is this a real ghost or shadow person caught on motion camera, or is it something like bad video compression or some type of glitch? What would be your guess? Another short clip recorded by a motion camera captures the moment something creepy moves across the backyard of someone's house. Tammy Jackson uploaded this video to YouTube back in December of 2019, however, it's only just now making its way around the internet. If we take a closer look, it appears that whatever this weird figure shape thing is, it activates a secondary motion light on the side of the garage. Now, of course, this light could have been set off by what looks to be an RGB lit pool or fire pit down below. However, this was already turned on beforehand. Could this be a ghost of sorts, or merely just a smudge on a camera lens? A viewer of the original video has gone as far as suggesting that they can see a young couple running from a mob of demons in the background. But I can't see this. Can you? 3 for 1. Roberto Morales uploaded a short TikTok video earlier this year showing a friend or family member taking a bag of cement out the back of a truck bed. The description of the original TikTok clip stated that Roberto's brother committed suicide late last year in the house they were outside of, recording this video.
Ahí está, mira.
He says that if you look in front of the silver SUV, you can clearly see a very dark or even completely black figure walking past. Roberto and his family believe that this may just be his brother's spirit roaming the property. A young woman by the name of Francesca uploaded this quick compilation of supposed paranormal activity to TikTok about a year ago. The haunted house check blew up for the creepy things she included in the video, showing such things as cabinet doors opening and closing, lights and a TV flickering on and off, and even weird-shaped objects appearing on screen while using the reality ripple effect. Francesca believes that her house is well and truly haunted. What do you think? This third and final short TikTok video was uploaded to the app by a married couple, Josh and Sarah. One night earlier this year, one of their 2 daughters was awoken by something and pulled underneath her own bed. Sarah believes that her daughter crawled under herself. However, Josh, her husband, begs to differ, claiming that she was clearly pulled by something. Watch this clip and keep a close eye on the end of the video. This is the part where it looks like the child is actually being dragged under the bed. Very creepy. 72 hours. If you're a regular viewer of scary videos online, then you're most likely gonna be familiar with the next YouTuber. Kent from the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine has been documenting his creepy experiences inside his own house for years now. His channel is well known in the scary niche for his alleged shadow man or shadow figure videos. In the last week or so, Kent has uploaded a 2-part series about spending 72 hours alone in his own house, also known as the Lamb House. For most people, spending this amount of time in their own house wouldn't be a problem. However, Kent's house is a little different.
Hello? Is there anything you wanted to say? Are you out in this yard? The door's open.
During the first night of his 72 hours alone in the house, Kent started to hear some type of disembodied voices. He walks outside onto his front yard in hopes of capturing these so-called voices on camera. But instead, Kent ends up rushing back inside after hearing sounds coming from upstairs.
Hello?
Kent didn't catch anything on camera after rushing back into the house that night. However, the very next day he did record something which may just explain the noises from the night before.
I decided to go ahead and set up the camera in the dining room to see if I capture any type of EVPs or disembodied voices or strange sounds. I set this camera up, the camera got shut off. That's not uncommon here in the Lamb House where cameras get shut off. I didn't think anything of it, but later on I went to review the recording and there were EVPs captured on the recording. Now when I was doing the captions on these EVPs, I noticed something really strange by the steps. It looked like what some people call matrixing. It's when the camera picks up something that it looks like something's there, but it's not. Well, I went to brighten it up and just to check it out, just out of curiosity, and it wasn't any type of matrixing.
What looks like a creepy, small, bald head can be seen peeking out from behind a wall. From this angle, it looks as if whatever this thing was, it would have had to be standing up on the staircase. This entity, spirit, or whatever you want to call this, appeared to dart in and out of the wall a few times before disappearing for good. What usually would be a terrifying experience for most is simply just an inconvenience for Kent. As he states in a later part of the video, this certainly was not all that happened on that particular day.
But it doesn't end there. When the camera was shut off, I turned on my cell phone and started walking through the house, just asking who shut off the camera. Did you shut my camera off? Hello? Now, when I go through the door of the bedroom, I hear a strange sound behind me, and I turn the camera around really fast. Now, I didn't see anything there, but out of curiosity, when I was going over these recordings, after I saw what was captured on the stairway, I also lightened up the recording from when I spun the camera around, and there was another strange anomaly captured.
What seems to be a black object appears to morph into different shapes as it darts out of the view of Kent's camera, if only for a split second. Kent has suggested that this too quite possibly could be one of the many spirits that occupy his house. In part 2 of his 72 Hours Alone, Kent records even more unexplainable things, such as mist gliding over him as he's in bed, disembodied voices wishing him a happy birthday, and even lights turning off as he walks around the house. However, for all of that and much more, flip on over to his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Final destination. This next clip was uploaded by Reddit user Lucky1196. The description writes, "Roller coaster were a fun ride for me until I found this potato quality clip. Please keep paying attention to the end of the roller coaster." Now, near the start of the video, we can see a couple of people enjoying themselves, recording their own reactions to the fun ride. During this time, no one is occupying the last few carriages of the roller coaster. However, fast forward a minute or so and you'll find that someone dressed in black appears in the last carriage, as if out of nowhere. The unknown person then vanishes just seconds later. Previous viewers of this video have suggested that the mysterious person is someone that once died, either at the amusement park or on the roller coaster itself. The historic Jefferson Hotel. In early October of 2020, new owners Jeremy and Pam Jones of Denton purchased and moved into a hotel named the Historic Jefferson, one of the oldest hotels in the city of Jefferson. The 170-year-old building was renovated for months by the couple before their grand opening. Since their ownership, they've started a YouTube channel where they document weird or strange things that happen inside the building. This is because the hotel is thought to be haunted by many different souls from the 18 and 1900s. Stories include the legend of Room 19 is that of a possibly pregnant would-be bride in the 1800s was stood up on her wedding day. Unable to take the humiliation and scorn, she hung herself from the headboard of the 12-foot tall bed that still sits in the room today. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you would have known that I've featured this channel once or twice before. However, a few things have happened lately that the owners Jeremy and Pam Jones can't quite explain. Hair is one of them.
We had some guests that were in the bar area, and they heard a loud crash. So they come out, and these scales right here were actually sitting on the floor. The top half had lifted up off the base. Now I built these scales, so that screws together. It's all brass. It's really steady. And it's been staying there ever since we actually purchased the place. Well, I'm going to show you two different camera angles. There's one here, and this angle actually captures the crash. You'll be able to see the scales sticking out a little bit here, and then the other camera angle will show the guests actually coming out and being really surprised because no one is around. So let me show you that first clip with the guests. Here it is. I'm going to turn the audio up a little bit so you can hear the crash. So she comes out and she's like dumbfounded because there's nobody around. Now these scales are actually right here behind the desk, so you can't see them in this angle, but let's see her reaction again. So she's like, okay, no one's around. That was weird. Here's the angle of the scales. Now, they're sticking out right there. You'll be able to see them jump up here in a second. They lift up from the base and fall on the ground. So how that happened, I don't know. Of course, I can't actually say it's anything paranormal, but no one was around on the stairs or anything like that. You'll see them come out right here. And that was from the clip you just saw previously. Really strange. We have a lot of activity here at the hotel like this where things just fly.
Jeremy not only explains but shows on his phone how a set of heavy scales somehow find themselves on the floor after suddenly moving. Although we cannot prove that this is paranormal, it's definitely still creepy after knowing at least some of the history on the building. This second clip that Jeremy has uploaded to the Historic Jefferson Hotel YouTube channel recently shows a bit more than the first. What could possibly be an apparition of sorts can be seen peeking out from behind a wall inside the hotel. Jeremy explains here in this clip exactly what happened one early morning.
Here's a video that happened in our downstairs hallway. We don't get a lot of activity in the downstairs area. But in this particular area, the cameras went off right here and said there was motion. We do have a camera right up here pointing that way. So in a second, I'm going to show you a weird clip of something either peering out of that doorway or some unknown object coming out. I don't have a good explanation for it, but I'll show you the video. It happens, there's a reflection on this very table right here. And this is room 3. You can see something coming out and blocking that reflection right there. So let me show you the actual footage real quick. Here it is right here. I'm going to zoom in. This is from the camera. And let me zoom in. Okay, so the white area right up top is where you need to watch. You're going to see something peer out right there and then go down. I have no idea what it is. It's approximately, let's see, 3:44 in the morning. And this triggered an event for our cameras. Let me show you again. Right here, peers out. And kind of goes back in. I'll do the movement side by side to kind of show you. It's a weird movement. I don't know exactly, like I said, what it was. We didn't have any guests in the hotel downstairs. We did upstairs at this time, but not downstairs. And I followed the footage throughout the night to see if anybody walked down the hall. There were people walking down the halls, but nobody actually went into that room. So again, I can't say it's paranormal, but it is something pretty intriguing that I can't figure out exactly what it is. You can send us your videos if you have any when you stayed here at historicjefferson@yahoo.com, or go to our Facebook. It's the Historic Jefferson Facebook page. Thanks.
What appears to be some sort of figure peeks out from behind a wall, if only for a second. It almost looks like the shape of a person, shoulders and a head darting out. Although, as Jeremy states, no one was on that floor that night, nor did he see anyone walk down there after reviewing the security or motion camera footage. Could this be proof of something paranormal? If there's one creepy or supposedly haunted hotel you should visit, it's definitely this one. From shadow figures appearing in the hallway and in the reflection of mirrors to statues and ornaments moving on their own. This is one hotel that is sure to give you the chills if you were to ever visit. If you're like most people though, and that is not a possibility, be sure to check out their YouTube channel, the Historic Jefferson Hotel. Dark Entity. This following video was recorded in April of 2018 in Argentina. The minute-long video shows a man recording himself walking down into what looks like the basement of a construction site after hearing a bunch of loud noises.
Bueno, ya son como las 11 de la noche y la tercera vez que estoy escuchando este ruido de mierda. No sé qué está pasando, pero lo quiero grabar ahora para que después me crea la gente, porque esto nunca me pasó y nada, lo quería grabar, no sé yo, estoy podrido, la concha de la lora. Tengo mi linterna, no sé para qué enviar la clase. Dios. Puta que te parió. La puta que te parió. Concha de la lora. La concha de la lora. Pero ¿cómo mierda puede ser que no haya nada hoy? Ya es la tercera vez. Tercera vez que entro y no hay nada. Dios. Me quiero ir. Me quiero ir.
After walking downstairs into what looks like an underground construction site of sorts, the unknown recorder walks into a changing room. He finds, well, not too much. He searches the room, pans the camera around, and comes up with nothing. However, something that he missed, and you may have missed the first time round, was this.
Hoy. Ya la tercera vez. Tercera vez, ya la tercera vez.
A black shadow can be seen darting quickly past the man. The silhouette or shadow glides along the side of the wall and bench, as if it's trying to escape the eyes of the man. It almost looks like the shape of a person or a figure as it evades the scope of the camera. The man recording the video really doesn't see this at the time. He states that there's nothing down there, yet the noise coming from that very room just moments earlier would suggest otherwise. Judging by his heavy breathing, I would guess that this man was quite scared at the time. Now, my question is, was this a ghost or spirit, or perhaps just his own shadow moving very, very quickly? While you sleep. These next few clips come from 3 different people, the first of which was uploaded to YouTube by user Tommy T-Lag in August of 2008. The video description writes, "My friend had been hearing noises in her bedroom at night for weeks, so she set up a camera and the footage she got is unexplainable. This is not a hoax, all I did was brighten and raise the contrast. Editing this video terrified me." This video shows what the original uploader and recorder thinks is some type of supernatural or paranormal activity inside their bedroom on the side of their bed. What looks like a small, transparent-like figure can be seen approaching the side of the bed multiple times throughout the night. The weird-looking figure looks as if it's trying to get the attention of the person in bed, but apparently this is not any kind of animal as they don't have pets. This person was awake most of the night, tossing and turning, yet they felt none of this. This second clip is a short one. It comes to us from a Reddit user called Hale Clitler. Over 2 years ago, they uploaded this video. The short video shows what looks like a person sitting up in bed, leaning forward and then just dissipating into thin air. The original video description writes, "My dad had been feeling his sheets being messed with and someone sitting on his bed in the night, so he set up a camera. This is what he saw. I'm freaked the f*** out. Look at the sheets lifting up and what comes out of the side of it. It looks like it dissolves into thin air." Because this video is so short, it's repeated a number of times, but no matter how many times I've watched it, I can't quite make out what's happening here. Possibly something paranormal or not, you decide that for yourself. This third video was uploaded to YouTube by Austin's Vinyl Corner. The description of the video writes, "A co-worker sent me this super creepy video of some paranormal activity in her home. I don't believe she would have faked this, nor do I believe she would have the know-how to do so. So, in my opinion, this is legitimate, true paranormal activity."
I'm gonna play this one, I'm gonna play the next one. This dorm right before it. With the 1 minute intervals. It's gonna play 30 seconds. Then it's gonna stop for a minute. And within a minute, this weird happens.
This video appears to show bed sheets rising up from out of nowhere in the shape of a person, if only for a couple of seconds. The sheets then collapse back down towards the bed and the woman sleeping is awoken. Confused by this, it looks as if she checks her phone for the time after not knowing why she was woken up. The shape of this thing looks like there's actually a person or a figure underneath her sheets as she sleeps in her bed. Again, could this be something paranormal? It's scary to think that something like this, or something like what happened in the previous videos, could happen as you sleep, and you wouldn't even know it. Backcountry. A man named CJ from TikTok uploaded a video to the platform just over a month ago that gave many people the chills. In case you haven't seen this video already and you don't know what it's about, CJ was chilling on his deck one evening when his dog Domino happened to notice something along the tree line 100 odd feet away from his house.
What the hell, guys? I don't know if you can see this. This is really weird. Domino, what is that? What the hell is that? Hey!
What looks like a very tall black-like shadow can be seen walking across CJ's yard in the far distance. CJ's dog Domino is also clearly not sure about what this person or thing is, the dog keeping an eye on it but not sure if it should go any closer. Original TikTok viewers commented that they think it's either a spirit, a skinwalker, or a very tall 8-foot person walking through the yard. Whatever it is, I guess no one will ever know. CJ made an update video almost a week later, giving every one of his viewers a rundown on what happened that night.
Hey everyone, so a few of you have asked me about an update regarding the video from the other night and the weird creature person thing I saw over here. Me and my dog Domino were sitting on the porch and he ran out to the corner of the yard, which is not unusual. He'll do that with a rabbit or a deer or whatever. We live out in the middle of nowhere. He's not much of a barking dog, so he went to the edge of his fence barrier. He's on a wireless fence and just stared. I looked over and I saw it from behind that swing set out of the woods, walked over behind that truck, or to that truck, and went behind it into the woods. I don't know what it was. It was brownish red in person. We have a street light, so I figured it'd pick up better. Apologize for the quality. Apparently zooming in at night will make any phone's quality potato quality, but I haven't seen it since, and hopefully I won't, but I still don't know if it was a person or a thing. Whatever it was big and it was in my yard, and I don't like that.
Whatever this thing was, spirit, ghost, ghoul, or not, it definitely gave most of his viewers the creeps. It also reminds me of a much older clip that I featured in one of my first ever videos on this channel. This older video was uploaded to a YouTube channel called Dark Element TV over 14 years ago. The 2-minute clip in question was captured on Chase Avenue in Dudleytown, Connecticut. After numerous sightings of a ghastly shadow figure in the woods behind the property, the owners had a camcorder ready and loaded with a tape in the event it was seen again. Sure enough, on June 17th, 2006, the evil-looking apparition re-emerged and it was captured as it moved through the thick bush.
Hi, it's me again. I'm just calling just to let you know. I've seen that thing again in the backyard. I've got the camera on. I'm trying to capture it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to see if I can get it. Anyway, give me a call when you get this message. Bye. No, what is that? No way. No. What the f is that? No way. Yeah, it's me. I've just seen that thing. I've actually got it on camera. I'll show you when you get home. Give me a call as soon as you get this message.
The description of the original video continues to write, No one in the town seems to know what it could be, but there were numerous murders committed in those very woods over the centuries. The tape was submitted to the Institute of Forensic Parapsychology, and after undergoing rigorous expert examination, it was deemed unexplainable. Many people since then have seen these shadow-like forms around the woods in that very area. The mystery to this day remains unsolved. Could CJ and his dog Domino have seen something similar, or even the same thing all these years later? Who knows? 3 for 1. This next short clip was uploaded to TikTok by a woman named Kristen. And back in June of this year, she uploaded a video that surprised a lot of her viewers. Kristen usually uploads your typical funny and interesting clips to the platform. However, this video in question is much different. Kristen records off another phone what looks to be an apparition of sorts gliding along the ground and up towards the front door of her house. She also states that whatever this thing was, it set off their Ring doorbell and motion light. Of course, this could be nothing more than a bug or a blur on the motion camera. However, this almost looks like the shape or outline of a person, or at least something in the shape of a humanoid figure walking up towards the front door, to then just disappear. Something paranormal, or simply just a water drop or blur on the camera lens. Another short clip captured by motion camera and uploaded to TikTok is one by a woman named Vanessa. Also in June of this year, Vanessa uploaded a quick TikTok sharing her story on how she grew up in a super haunted house for over 10 years, with paranormal investigators and priests constantly going to her house and stating how she doesn't really get scared anymore. However, something changed that one night when her Ring camera picked up something that really shouldn't have been there. What looks like an older woman's face can be seen appearing into Vanessa's house from behind a planter box and hanging basket full of flowers. I'm not surprised that this made even Vanessa, someone with experience with this stuff, feel scared. Why someone would be lurking in behind a bunch of flowers with eyes wide open is beyond me. Perhaps this is in fact something supernatural, a real ghost, or simply just a nosy neighbor. Earlier in the year, a woman by the name of Angelica Hernandez uploaded her first video to the platform TikTok. I'm assuming the short clip was recorded by Angela and shows her nephew dancing around having fun in what looks to be their living room, when all of a sudden the young boy sees something. Watch carefully.
Dance, baby. What? What? Alicia. What happened? What? What do you see? They think you scared the hell out of me. What do you see? What? Ma what?
I've decided to blur the child's face out of respect for the family. However, you can clearly tell that the boy is having fun until he sees this. What looks like a black outline or shadow of a tall man appears in the next room over. The original TikTok description writes, "My nephew and the camera saw what we couldn't. Can you see it?" From this, it sounds like Angelica or whoever recorded this video didn't see or wasn't aware of whatever this was. Could this be what some people call a shadow person? Who knows? Haunted Farmhouse. This video comes to us from a YouTube channel called The New Reality Paranormal. Their videos are created by two men named Sean and Cody, a paranormal group located out of Southern California. Ultimately, their goal is to investigate the unknown and to gather evidence to prove or disprove supernatural or paranormal activity. In this fun live stream of theirs, they take a look through an abandoned farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. Sean and Cody have visited the house before, but due to popular demand by their viewers, they came back in the hopes of catching a bit more than the odd disembodied voice, which I think they may have done here.
What's going on, crew? Or no. What's up, Mikey?
What
was that?
Dude, did you just hear that, bro?
Was a shuffle behind you? What was that? Did you feel footsteps behind you or what?
Behind me, dude, like something ran up.
Not only Sean and Cody, but their viewers as well believe that they see some sort of manifestation happening right in front of their eyes.
Was a shuffle behind you? What was that?
Later on in the live stream, the two guys perform some sort of spirit box session where one of them wears headphones and communicates what they hear to the other. The idea behind this is to attempt to communicate with anything that may be there. What they got in response surprised even them.
7. Okay. Now I want to talk with Frank. Did you guys hear that? What the hell was that?
I'm in here.
Did you guys hear that? I heard something come in through the front door and he said, I'm in here. I'm getting chills behind me. What the f is that?
What was that?
Whoa, whoa,
What
whoa,
was that?
whoa, 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 whoa.
What was that, dude?
Did something touch you?
Yeah.
Bro,
But I got an impression of something coming in here.
Bro, at the same time, I heard a bunch of noises and something came up behind me. And then something was coming through the front door and you could hear it. Did you just shush me? Just kidding.
Sean states that he felt something come up behind him at the same time Cody felt something as well. However, we might not just have to take their word for it, because as Sean turns the camera behind him to take a look, he just manages to catch something on camera.
I'm getting chills behind me. What the f is that?
What was that?
Whoa, whoa,
What
whoa,
was that?
whoa, 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 whoa.
This, of course, could just be part of the house, but as Sean turns back around a second time, just a second or two later, there's nothing there. Believe it or not, these two creepy things are just the beginning. Sean and Cody caught a lot more on camera that night, including some odd sounds, like disembodied voices and a deep growl of sorts. Very creepy indeed. The positive engagement on this video suggests, at least to me, that viewers probably believe this to be a genuine encounter with something paranormal. But who knows? I definitely recommend checking out Sean and Cody's channel for any future uploads. Their channel once again is The New Reality Paranormal. It follows. In past videos that I've uploaded, I featured a TikTok page from Mexico about a family who runs the page Joshua Luck. Basically, their page started to blow up after they caught some really freaky stuff on camera. One or two of the creepiest things being when the father caught some kind of dark entity inside their own house.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No inventes, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió, se abrió, se abrió, se abrió, se abrió, se abrió. Espérate, cálmate, cálmate, cálmate. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos, dinos. ¡Se asomó alguien! Alúzame, alúzame, alúzame. Espera. Esa tira de febrero. Se ve una sombra. Mira, se está moviendo esto. Pero no hay nada aquí. No hay nada aquí. De este lado se ve una sombra, se ve una sombra. No sé qué hacer, amigos. Estoy un poco nervioso, estoy un poco nervioso. Se vio algo en la tienda. Venga, vamos a ver. Vamos a la tienda.
The family have since moved into a new home. However, from time to time, the mother and father come back to their old house, mostly because they own and run a convenience store which is attached to their old house. Well, in the past weeks, the family have caught on camera a few things that reminded them why they left in the first place, all those months ago.
Sí, hacemos palomitas, fíjate. Sí. Ahorita que venga tu papá para allá irnos a la otra casa. ¿Eh?
Siéntate, Luan. Ahorita quiero que me ayudes a recortar tu cobija. Que la dejaste ahí tirada. Y ya en la otra casa ya vamos a comer. Ahorita que lleguemos allá ya vamos a comer. Vamos a comer.
As the daughter is recording the mother cleaning the house, she unknowingly catches something on camera that just doesn't make too much sense. What appears to be the silhouette or shadow of a tall dark man or figure is visible at one point during the recording of the footage. This unknown figure then disappears just moments later. It seems as if whatever was in their old house may just have followed them. The parents travel back to the store one night to check up on things. What they managed to capture that night is terrifying.
Últimamente he tenido mucho dolor de cabeza de tantas preocupaciones. Mucho sueño que no he podido ni descansar bien. Se oye algo acá. Acá, hijo, ¿qué es eso que brilla? Ay, es la copiadora. No, de a tiro escuché que pronunciaron mi nombre. Pero no es nada. Todo está tranquilo hoy.
As the mother is checking the store, panning her phone camera around, she captures what looks like a face poking out with a glowing set of eyes. Another angle of the same visit that night shows something else that can't quite be explained.
Espero también que al final de este video logren captar que en el mismo punto vuelve a aparecer la misma sombra y se vuelve a desvanecer.
As the mother is leaving, something can be seen darting back behind a piece of furniture. Now, this looks as if it's hard up against a wall. So, who or what is this moving around back there? If these creepy clips intrigued you, make sure to check out the original uploaders, Yoshua Lark and Soy Musha Lark on TikTok. There's no doubt they'll be uploading more creepy content just like this in the future. Detention. This upcoming clip is quite the popular one as of late, as just about everyone in the scary niche has featured it. The video in question shows a security guard patrolling what appears to be a primary school in the middle of the night. However, this night shift went anything but smoothly. From previous re-uploaders of this video, we know that it was recorded somewhere in the Philippines, and it takes place at a school that is rumored to have been a cemetery at one point.
Yun. Ibutan ko iba na yun. So yan guys, ito yung trabaho ko guys. Napaka delikado. So yan, nakita niyo, diba? Biglang sumira yung pinto. So, nakabahan ako guys. Walang gagawin ko. So grabe yung ano ko, tumindig yung balahibo ko. So ano ito? Hindi ko alam kung pagpatuloy ko pa to. Kasi yun guys. Ano ba to? Wala tayong magagawa guys. Ito tayo dadaan. So check natin yung nakabahan ko guys. So yun guys, narinig mo yun? check natin guys kung ano yung so grabe yung balahibo ko guys. Check natin. So ayan yung pintuan na akong malabog. So check natin guys. Yun, narinig ko ngayon guys na naka-on yung ano yan ito na. Yun guys, so yung kita niyo yung mga bangko guys. Yun, walang tao dyan guys. Yun guys, so yung kita niyo yung mga bangko guys. Yun, walang tao dyan guys ha. Tapos yung electric fan sa itaas. Yun o. Parang may kakaiba talaga dito guys. Yun, kita nyo. Guys, o. Yun guys. Ito yun. Yun guys, o. Kita nyo. So, grabe yung so, kailangan natin i-off yung ano. Grabe, nakakatakot dito guys, sobra. So, check natin, pasukin natin guys para kita nyo yung same guys. Guys. Woo! Lord. Guys. So, ito yung trabaho ko guys. Grabe. Sobrang nakakatakot guys. Grabe yung tindig ng balahibo ko. Sobra. So, yun. So, yan. Kita nyo naman guys yung yun guys, so yan yan, so yan guys, yan. So try natin i-off yung ano kasi naka-on yan, naka-on yan. So try natin i-off natin yan. Grabe. Ano? Okay. Yan guys, oh. Kita nyo. Yan ang ano. Dito tayo natin na off. Dito. Ito pala. Yung switch guys. Yan wala na. So yan. Tingnan nyo. Grabe, labas na guys kasi hindi ko kaya yung takot dito. So, yan lang guys.
As you've just seen, the security guard in charge of keeping the school safe probably didn't even feel safe himself that night. A door can be seen slamming on its own, a classroom full of chairs can be seen moving all together, seemingly on their own. How the security guard kept his nerves throughout the whole video that night is beyond me. The original video was recorded and uploaded to YouTube by user Jan Bungies, so make sure to check out his channel and possibly subscribe for any future updates.